You probably think Black Friday is just about getting a good deal on a new TV. In reality, it's a carefully orchestrated psychological experiment, a national stress test, and occasionally a full-contact sport. We've compiled 49 facts that expose the bizarre, hilarious, and downright disturbing truth behind America's favorite day of retail warfare. This isn't your average shopping guide. 1. You think Black Friday is just a shopping trip? That's adorable. For the true veterans, it's a full-blown military operation preceded by weeks of strategic planning. The Black Friday wardrobe isn't a fashion statement. It's tactical gear. We're talking battle-tested sneakers rated for a 12-hour siege, cargo pants with enough pockets to smuggle a small Thanksgiving feast, and a base layer designed to wick away the sweat of pure, unadulterated consumer rage. This is the one day a year where your outfit is judged not on style, but on its capacity for endurance and its ability to intimidate competitors in the electronics aisle. It's the official uniform of the fiscally irresponsible. 2. In theory, Black Friday operates under a fragile social contract, a sort of Geneva Convention for bargain hunters. But let's be honest, that rulebook is the first thing to get trampled underfoot, right after the store's welcome mat. The etiquette is simple. You don't weaponize your shopping cart. You don't accidentally trip the person reaching for the last discounted game console, and you don't engage in heated philosophical debates over who saw the 70% off air fryer first. Breaking these rules won't land you in jail, but it will earn you a collective death stare, so potent it could curdle milk from 3 aisles away. It's a beautiful, chaotic reminder that civilization is about 3% off a blender. 3. Ever walk into a store on Black Friday and feel your common sense slowly leaking out of your ears? That's not an accident. It's by design. Retailers are masters of psychological manipulation, turning their stores into giant Skinner boxes. The relentlessly upbeat holiday music is scientifically engineered to short-circuit the part of your brain that handles long-term financial planning. Those glaring red price tags are psychological alarm bells, screaming urgency directly into your subconscious. And the signs that say, limited stock? That's just a carefully crafted suggestion to ignite your primal fear of scarcity. You're not a shopper. You're a lab rat in their grand experiment on human greed. 4. You'd expect the retail landscape on Black Friday to be a scene of brutal, no-holds-barred competition. And it is, except for one strange detail. For 24 hours, mortal enemies like Target and Walmart call a temporary ceasefire in their eternal war for your dollar. They have armies of employees monitoring each other's prices in real time, matching deals with the speed and precision of Cold War spies. The moment one side launches a $50 off TV, the other retaliates within minutes. It's less of a free market and more of a highly choreographed price-matching duel. A temporary truce in the noble united cause of completely emptying your pockets. 5. FOMO. The fear of missing out is the jet fuel of Black Friday. It's that little gremlin that lives in your amygdala, whispering that if you don't buy that robotic vacuum cleaner right now, your neighbor Dave will, and you'll be stuck in the dark ages of manual cleaning forever. This fear is so powerful it can make a perfectly rational person believe they desperately need a fondue set at 5 in the morning. That shopping list you so carefully prepared? Consider it the first casualty of the war. The moment FOMO takes the wheel, your list becomes nothing more than a historical document of your former, more sensible self. 6. All right, let's talk about the big lie of Black Friday. The unbelievable deal. It's the oldest, most transparent trick in the retail grimoire, yet we fall for it every year. Here's the con. A retailer will mysteriously inflate the original price of an item to a completely fictional number in the weeks leading up to the sale. Then, on the big day, they slash this imaginary price, making the discount look like the deal of the century. You think you're getting 60% off, but you're really just paying what the item was worth a month ago. It's not a discount. It's a math problem they've already solved for you. 7. While the general population is busy engaging in a mosh pit for a discounted toaster, the truly wealthy and savvy are at home, sipping coffee and watching the chaos on TV. They know a secret. Black Friday is for peasants. High-end luxury brands look upon the entire event with the same disdain a cat has for a bath. They wouldn't dream of devaluing their products in such an undignified scramble. The real discounts on that designer watch or Italian leather bag come long after the holiday madness, during the quiet, desperate retail wasteland of January. That's when true luxury bargain hunting begins, far from the maddening crowd. 8. Just when you thought the cycle of consumerism was complete, some brilliant minds invented the sequel, Black Friday in reverse. It's also known as the Walk of Shame, Retail Edition. In countries like the UK, shoppers line up all over again, clutching bags filled not with new treasures but with trophies from a battle they now deeply regret. It's a national day of returning the useless junk bought in a haze of discount-fueled mania. But the stores are ready. They offer you store credit, or even better, exchange-only deals, luring you right back into the endless loop of consumerist purgatory. It's a genius, soul-crushing business model. 9. In a brilliant stroke of marketing genius, the United Arab Emirates decided that Black Friday had some rather negative and somber connotations. So they rebranded it. The event is now known as White Friday, which sounds much more pleasant and aligns better with the local culture. Of course, the core spirit remains exactly the same. A chaotic, no-holds-barred frenzy of consumerism where people trample each other for discounted electronics. It's a beautiful lesson in public relations, proving that you can slap a coat of fresh, clean paint on an absolute stampede and call it a cultural celebration. The discounts are just as deep, but the name is much more polite. 10. You might think Black Friday is just a battle fought in the aisles of Walmart, but its shockwaves are felt all the way on Wall Street. This is the Super Bowl for financial analysts. They watch the sales figures roll in with the same intensity that sports fans watch a game-winning field goal. A strong Black Friday can send a company's stock price soaring, based on the pure, unadulterated hope that we, the consumers, have gone deep into credit card debt. It's a fascinating system where the stock market is essentially placing a massive bet on our collective lack of self-control. And for the most part, it's a bet that pays off handsomely. 11. To truly master Black Friday, you must first learn the language. It's a specialized dialect of retail warfare. Doorbusters, for example, is a wonderfully literal term for deals so good they might cause an actual door to be busted down by an overzealous mob. Early bird specials is a polite way of saying rewards for the clinically sleep-deprived. And limited quantity deals is code for an item we have precisely 3 of, which will be used to lure thousands into our store. Understanding this lingo is the first step from being a casual shopper to becoming a seasoned, battle-hardened, bargain-hunting commando. 12. Here's a fun fact that might make you feel a little used. For many big-box retailers, Black Friday isn't just about sales. It's a live stress test for their entire infrastructure, and you are the crash test dummy. When their website inevitably crashes or their inventory system melts down under the sheer weight of 1 million people trying to buy the same discounted socks, they don't see it as a failure. They see it as valuable data. You're not just a customer, you're unpaid beta testing cannon fodder, providing them with critical feedback on how to handle the real holiday rush to come. Thanks for your service. 13. We've all seen the videos. The ones that look less like a shopping event and more like a scene from a zombie apocalypse movie. People climbing over each other, shopping carts being used as jousting lances. It's the stuff of viral legend. But let's be fair, these retail brawls are the dramatic exception, not the rule. For every video of 2 people fighting over the last flat-screen TV, there are millions of perfectly civilized, albeit slightly frantic, transactions. Most people are just there for a good deal, not to audition for a wrestling career. Still, the possibility of it all kicking off adds a certain thrill, doesn't it? 14. In a beautiful display of the circular economy of stuff, some people have turned Black Friday into a side hustle. The strategy is simple. They spend the weeks before Black Friday decluttering their own homes, selling their gently used, unwanted items online to a captive audience of people looking for a bargain. They then use the profits from selling their old junk to go out and buy a whole new mountain of junk on Black Friday. It's a perfect, self-sustaining loop of consumerism where one person's impulse buy from last year funds another person's impulse buy for this year. 15. If you wake up the Saturday after Black Friday feeling a profound sense of exhaustion, an empty wallet, and a soul-crushing wave of buyer's remorse, you might be suffering from a very real, albeit unofficial, condition: Black Friday fatigue. It's the inevitable hangover that follows a 24-hour binge on pure, uncut capitalism. The symptoms include a sudden aversion to bright lights and loud noises, a deep mistrust of anything with a red price tag, and the existential dread of checking your bank account. The only known cure is to completely ignore Cyber Monday. But who has that kind of willpower? 16. The term Cyber Monday feels like it's been with us forever, a relic of the internet's ancient past. In reality, it was a marketing term invented in 2005. Retailers noticed a consistent trend. People would spend the weekend browsing in stores, then return to their office jobs on Monday and secretly buy things online using their high-speed work internet. So, the National Retail Federation gave this clandestine activity a cool, futuristic-sounding name, and an entirely new shopping holiday was born out of our collective desire to not do our actual jobs. 17. Here's a statistic that says everything you need to know about our modern priorities. During the Black Friday sales period, people in the US often spend more money on products for their pets than they do on clothing for themselves. That's right. While you're still debating if you really need a new pair of jeans, your dog is getting a memory foam bed, a subscription box of artisanal treats, and a new squeaky toy shaped like a squirrel. It's definitive proof that we've collectively decided our furry companions deserve to be pampered more than we do. And honestly, it's hard to argue with that logic. 18. While the majority of the Black Friday horde is battling it out for material goods, a quieter, arguably smarter contingent is playing an entirely different game. They know that some of the best-kept secrets are the travel deals. Hotels, airlines, and cruise lines have all jumped on the bandwagon, offering staggering discounts on trips and vacation packages. This is the ultimate Black Friday power move. Instead of buying more stuff to fill your house, you buy an experience that gets you out of your house. You get all the thrill of the hunt without the crushing realization that you have to find a place to store another kitchen appliance. 19. What could be more quintessentially American than combining a holiday about gratitude with a frantic, sleepless rush of pure consumerism? Enter Black Friday Eve. This modern tradition involves families finishing their Thanksgiving dinner, pushing back from the table, and immediately heading out to line up for midnight store openings. It's a grueling doubleheader of feasting and finance. The tryptophan from the turkey is said to provide a calming effect, which is the perfect counterbalance to the adrenaline spike of fighting for a parking spot at 11:30 p.m. It's a beautiful, chaotic fusion of family and fiscal irresponsibility. 20. The name Black Friday sounds ominous, and its true origin story is much grittier than the sanitized version you've heard. The popular tale is that it's the day retailers finally go into the black, meaning they become profitable. That's a cute marketing story invented later. The term was actually coined by Philadelphia police officers in the 1960s to describe the utter chaos and misery they had to endure on the day after Thanksgiving. It meant horrific traffic, overcrowded sidewalks, and a massive spike in shoplifting. For them, it was the darkest, most dreaded day of the year. So when you're out there shopping, remember, you're participating in a tradition named after pure, unadulterated civic chaos. 21. Here's a fact that might just break your brain and your calendar. Black Friday isn't always on a Friday in November. Due to the quirky way the calendar works, if Thanksgiving falls on the latest possible date, the 28th, then Black Friday can sometimes land on December 1st. This creates a bizarre calendar conundrum and a philosophical crisis for shoppers everywhere. Is it still Black Friday if it's in December? Does it have the same chaotic energy? It's a retail anomaly that proves that even the most sacred traditions of American consumerism are subject to the merciless, unfeeling logic of the Gregorian calendar. 22. In the corporate world, there are sick days, personal days, and vacation days. And then there's the unofficial but widely observed Black Friday Mental Health Day. This is the day when employees across the nation suddenly come down with a mysterious 24-hour illness that can only be cured by one thing: retail therapy. It's a beautiful unspoken agreement between workers and, let's be honest, some understanding bosses. Because what's better for your mental well-being? Staring at a spreadsheet or fighting a stranger for the last 70% off pressure cooker? The answer is obvious. 23. Much like their wildlife, Australia's approach to Black Friday is a bit more aggressive and to the point. While other countries politely rebrand it, retailers down under have created a massive online event called Click Frenzy. The name alone is a masterpiece. It doesn't suggest a pleasant shopping experience. It suggests a full-blown digital panic attack, 1 million people furiously clicking their mice into oblivion. It perfectly captures the spirit of the event, a chaotic, high-stakes online stampede where the weak are left with buffering screens and the strong emerge with a discounted air fryer. 24. Why just shop when you can have an experience? This is the philosophy behind shoppertainment, a portmanteau that is as delightful as it is slightly dystopian. On Black Friday, stores are no longer just stores. They are event spaces. They roll out the red carpet with in-store DJs spinning tunes, flashy light shows, and enough free samples to constitute a small meal. It's a strategy to distract you with sensory overload, making you feel like you're at a party. A party where the cover charge is your entire paycheck and the only goal is to leave with bags full of things you didn't know you wanted. 25. For the average person, a Black Friday plan is a vague idea scribbled on a napkin. But for the elite, the 1%ers of bargain hunting, it's a science. These individuals prepare for months. They maintain complex spreadsheets with price histories, competitor analysis, and projected discount percentages. They set up more alerts on their phones than a NORAD commander. Their browsers are filled with bookmarks, their calendars marked with strategic deployment times. It's a level of commitment and meticulous planning that would make a 4-star general blush. The shopping itself is just the final, glorious execution of a masterfully crafted battle plan. 26. The Black Friday battlefield has evolved. It's no longer just a physical fight between shoppers. It's a digital war between you and an army of sophisticated shopping bots. These automated programs, known as Grinch bots, are designed to find the best deals and complete the checkout process in milliseconds, faster than any human could ever hope to type their credit card information. So while you're frantically refreshing a page, a bot has already bought up the entire stock of that discounted item, only for it to reappear on an auction site minutes later at a massively inflated price. You're not just competing with other people anymore. You're competing with Skynet for a cheap coffee maker. 27. And now, for the most tragically hilarious Black Friday fact of them all. After all the chaos, the camping, the planning, and the spending, it's estimated that the average person uses only about 60% of the items they buy. The other 40% is relegated to a life of quiet desperation in the back of a closet, a monument to a moment of weakness. It's the ghost of deals past. So before you get swept away, ask yourself if you really need another gadget that will eventually become a glorified paperweight. That being said, let's have a group therapy session. What's your most regrettable Black Friday purchase? Share your shame in the comments below. 28. In a move that sent shockwaves through the retail world, the outdoor gear company REI decided to commit the ultimate Black Friday sin. They closed. And not only did they close, they paid their employees to go outside and play. Their Opt Outside campaign was a brilliant piece of counter-programming, a middle finger to the entire institution of holiday consumerism. It's become a movement, inspiring thousands to trade the fluorescent hellscape of a crowded mall for a hike in the woods. It's a radical idea. What if, instead of buying things, you just went outside? 29. If the thought of battling the Black Friday crowds fills you with a deep existential dread, there's a solution for the 1%. Hire a mercenary. Yes, some people actually hire personal shoppers to do their dirty work. These retail soldiers for hire navigate the chaos, elbow their way through the mobs, and snag the best deals on your behalf while you relax at home. It's the peak of luxury, outsourcing the most stressful shopping day of the year. It's a beautiful dream, getting all the discounted stuff without having to endure the trauma of acquiring it. 30. Black Friday is not a solitary sport. It's a team effort. And the locker rooms are the countless dedicated social media groups and online forums. These are the digital command centers where shoppers gather to share intelligence. They leak ads, compare deals, and post real-time updates on stock levels and line lengths. They share war stories of victorious purchases and heartbreaking sold-out notices. It's a massive, crowdsourced intelligence network dedicated to one thing: beating the system and saving money. It's where the battle plans we mentioned earlier are forged. 31. Here's a surprisingly positive, almost wholesome fact about this day of rampant consumerism. Black Friday has become one of the biggest days of the year for electronics recycling. In a clever move to encourage you to buy a new gadget, many retailers offer fantastic trade-in deals. So, as you're gleefully unboxing your shiny new phone or laptop, you're also encouraged to responsibly dispose of your old one. It's a small silver lining in a giant cloud of consumption, a way to feel slightly less guilty about upgrading a device that was probably working just fine. 32. While retailers are celebrating Black Friday, plumbers are bracing for its disgusting, lesser-known cousin, Brown Friday. It's not a joke. This is reportedly the single busiest day of the year for plumbers across the country. The reason is gruesomely simple. A whole day of Thanksgiving feasting, followed by a house full of guests, puts a catastrophic strain on the nation's plumbing systems. People are shoving turkey carcasses down garbage disposals and overwhelming toilets that were never designed for such a sustained assault. So, while you're hunting for deals, an army of plumbers is fighting a very different and much smellier battle in the trenches. 33. Here's a little secret the retailers don't exactly shout from the rooftops. That incredible deal on that TV or laptop might come with a catch. Sometimes the products sold on Black Friday are special holiday edition models, made specifically for the sale. They might look identical to the standard model, but could have slightly different components, or more importantly, a different, less comprehensive warranty. It's a classic fine print trap. So, before you buy, it's worth doing a quick check to make sure your unbelievable deal doesn't come with some unbelievable future headaches. 34. With all the hype about massive TVs and high-tech gadgets, you'd think those would be the most sought-after items. But year after year, one of the most consistently searched-for products on Black Friday is Legos. Yes, those little plastic bricks. Amidst the chaos of adults fighting over electronics, a huge portion of the shopping frenzy is driven by the desperate need to get a specific Star Wars or Harry Potter Lego set before it sells out. It's a strangely wholesome reminder that underneath all the layers of aggressive consumerism and financial irresponsibility, a lot of people are just trying to buy some toys for their kids. Or for themselves, we don't judge. 35. We've all seen long lines, but Black Friday has produced queues of truly biblical proportions. The longest recorded line stretched for over a mile, while the record for camping out stands at an incredible 2 weeks. Let that sink in. Someone spent 14 days living in a tent on concrete to save a few $100s. At that point, it's no longer about the discount. It's a grueling test of human endurance, a pilgrimage to the temple of deep-fried turkey cookers. You could fly to another country and back in less time. This isn't shopping. It's the official sport of people with way too much free time on their hands. 36. Black Friday's chaotic influence isn't just a domestic phenomenon. It's one of America's most successful and arguably most destructive cultural exports. Its success has inspired similar retail holidays around the globe. The most famous example is China's Singles' Day on November 11th. What started as a day for single people to buy themselves gifts has mutated into the single largest online shopping day on the planet, dwarfing both Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined. It seems our unique brand of manic, discount-driven consumerism is universally appealing. We should be so proud. 37. To truly grasp the scale of Black Friday, you have to look at the cold, hard numbers, and they are staggering. In 2023 alone, American shoppers spent roughly $11.7 billion online in a single 24-hour period. To put that in perspective, that's more than the annual gross domestic product of several small countries. We collectively spent a nation's entire yearly economic output on discounted gadgets and sweaters before the Thanksgiving leftovers were even cold. It's a powerful reminder that while other things may waver, our economy is safely and securely powered by our insatiable desire for a good deal. 38. Amidst the frantic grabbing of physical items, there's a quieter but equally massive transaction happening: the sale of gift cards. Black Friday is one of the biggest days of the year for these little plastic rectangles of deferred decision-making. They are the perfect weapon for the last-minute gift giver, a way of saying, "I care about you, but not enough to actually figure out what you want." Many stores even offer discounts on the gift cards themselves, creating the wonderfully meta situation where you can save money on the act of giving someone else money to spend later. 39. In Mexico, they've taken the concept of Black Friday and supercharged it into a 4-day national event called El Buen Fin, or the Good Weekend. It's not just about retailers offering massive discounts. In a move that would make any capitalist shed a single, patriotic tear, the event often includes government-subsidized financing. That's right. The government itself helps you get easier payment options to buy more stuff. It's a level of commitment to consumerism that is both terrifying and deeply impressive. Imagine your government actively encouraging you to finance a new big-screen TV. 40. For the truly strategic shopper, Black Friday isn't just about the price tag on the shelf. It's about stacking the deals. This is where credit cards enter the battlefield. Many card companies offer special, enhanced cashback rewards or bonus points specifically for Black Friday purchases. It's a way to play the system against itself. You're not just getting 50% off from the retailer, you're getting an additional 5% back from your bank. It's the financial equivalent of a secret combo move, a way to squeeze every last drop of value out of your spending spree before the inevitable bill arrives. 41. There is a golden hour in the Black Friday chaos, a peak moment when the shopping frenzy reaches its absolute zenith. According to sales data, the single busiest shopping hour is typically between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. This is when the early birds are on their second wind and the latecomers are just joining the fray. The stores are at maximum capacity, the lines are at their longest, and the collective anxiety is palpable. If Black Friday were a hurricane, this would be the moment the eye of the storm makes landfall. It's prime time for deal hunting, and peak time for losing your sanity. 42. For retail employees, the term Black Friday has another meaning: Blackout Day. The entire holiday season, from Thanksgiving through New Year's, is often a mandatory work period where taking a vacation day is strictly forbidden. It's the retail equivalent of a military deployment. While everyone else is planning family gatherings or relaxing, these frontline troops are preparing for the onslaught, often with the promise of a slightly better employee discount that they're too exhausted to even use. It's a stark reminder that for every incredible deal you get, someone else is paying for it with their sanity and their holiday spirit. 43. Let's talk about priorities. A fascinating survey revealed that the average American shopper spends significantly more time researching Black Friday deals than they do planning their Thanksgiving dinner. Think about that. We dedicate more brainpower and strategic planning to saving $40 on an air fryer than we do to the single most important meal of the entire holiday. It says a lot about us, doesn't it? The menu for a cherished family gathering takes a backseat to a meticulously crafted spreadsheet of doorbuster deals and coupon codes. The pilgrims would be so confused. 44. In what might be the most bizarre fusion of romance and retail ever conceived, some people have been known to propose marriage on Black Friday. Imagine it, You're in the electronics aisle, the air thick with the smell of desperation and discounted plastic, and your significant other drops to one knee. Is it a testament to a love so strong it can blossom even in the fluorescent hellscape of a superstore? Or is it a sign of a deep, underlying madness? Let's settle this in the comments. Is this the peak of romance or a cry for a psychological evaluation? 45. The relentless march of consumerism stops for no one, not even for the holiday that's supposed to be its precursor. The shopping madness has now bled into Thanksgiving itself, creating a new ominous-sounding event. Gray Thursday. This is when retailers, in their infinite wisdom, decided that waiting until Friday was leaving money on the table. They now start their Black Friday sales on Thanksgiving evening, forcing families to choose between a second slice of pumpkin pie and a 30% discount on a blender. The line between gratitude and greed has never been blurrier. 46. Amidst the chaos, a small, organized faction of shoppers treats Black Friday not as a frenzy, but as a disciplined financial exercise. These are the budgeters. They approach the day with the cold, calculating precision of an accountant, armed with strict spending limits and a zero-tolerance policy for impulse buys. Every dollar is allocated, every purchase justified. In a way, it's the most challenging game you can play, navigating a minefield designed to make you spend money, with the sole objective of spending as little as possible. It's an admirable, if slightly joyless, approach to the madness. 47. Just when you thought capitalism had run out of things to commercialize, I present to you the Black Friday funeral sale. No, I am not making this up. Some funeral homes have actually offered Black Friday discounts on pre-need arrangements. It's the ultimate doorbuster deal, the one you're guaranteed to use eventually. It is, without a doubt, the most morbid marketing scheme imaginable. It's a stark reminder that in America, you can get a discount on literally everything, from a toaster to your own eternal rest. If that fact just blew your mind, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. 48. If you think you can just wander into Black Friday unprepared, you are sorely mistaken. For the truly dedicated, physical preparation is key. Some people have been known to attend shopper boot camps in the weeks leading up to the event. These are actual fitness sessions focused on building the stamina and endurance needed for the big day. We're talking exercises for lower back support for long hours of standing, and cardio to help you power walk from one end of the mall to the other. It's no longer a shopping trip. It's an officially recognized endurance sport. 49. Before a single door is busted or a single website crashes, the environmental toll of Black Friday has already begun. The sheer physical weight of the advertising is staggering. The Thanksgiving Day newspaper, traditionally the heaviest of the year, swells to several pounds precisely because it's packed with Black Friday ad inserts. It's estimated that the paper required for these ads alone consumes hundreds of thousands of trees annually. So, long before the first purchase is made, an entire forest has already been sacrificed at the altar of 70% off. It's a sobering thought that the frenzy begins not with a bang, but with the rustle of a million pages of paper. So there's the evidence. Black Friday isn't a holiday. It's a bizarre cultural fever dream fueled by mob psychology and discounted electronics. But we know our list isn't complete. The real insanity is out there in the wild. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to write fact number 50 in the comments below. Give us your most unbelievable Black Friday story. And if you appreciate a good dose of retail reality, show some support by tapping the like and subscribe buttons. It costs you nothing, unlike that air fryer you're about to buy.